Hello and welcome to StreamYard edition for February. I am Lindsay Gutierrez, marketing consultant here at Alpha Media. And today we're going to be visiting with Amy Kopp Hasty from Valeo Behavioral Healthcare this afternoon. And we're going to be talking about something that's pretty important, and that is mental health. We come to you guys every month and we discuss the importance of mental health. And this month is no different, but we're going to be talking about something that's pretty fun and very important that is coming up tomorrow. So I want to welcome Amy to the interview as we're going to discuss some questions. Good afternoon. I keep saying good morning. It's afternoon.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, you too. It's turned out to be a really pretty day, actually.
It was really tough this morning. I was out and about, and it was really rainy and drizzly, and I'm glad the day could turn around so everybody could enjoy their Valentine's Day dinners tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Not have to fight the rain and all of that, because I know we need it, but I wasn't being out in it.
Right.
Well, like I said, we have something important to talk about, and that is obviously mental health. And I understand that you guys in Valeo are going to be conducting free community mental health screenings this week. So kind of tell us, why is that so important for our community?
Okay. Well, it's interesting that I'm on today when it's Valentine's Day, because actually, sort of the theme for our month at Valeo in February, even though it's the month of love, it is actually loneliness and its impact on mental health. And so this is a really great time to talk about that, because according to some surveys that have been done in the mental health field, loneliness has impacted by 5% since the pandemic. And so people are working from home, people were isolated, people had broken out of their usual routines, people were not able to have community connections or family connections the way that they were used to. And, we're still, battling that to some degree. And things have not gone back to pre-COVID in our world and in our society. And so people tend to feel a little bit lonelier. And there is a direct impact between loneliness and depression. And so tomorrow we're launching our first free community mental health screening this year. And that's going to be at Sunshine Connection from 10 to 12. Walk-in for everyone in the community, not just people who are members or frequent Sunshine Connection. Anyone is welcome. And we just hope that having a screening at a neutral location in the community provides better access to people who may be wanting to take that step to get help or get resources or referrals or talk to someone.
For sure. And I'm sure, from somebody who, I'm a people person, I could not imagine, the impact that people had to basically deal with through COVID and all of the changes and isolation, and just, it would be lonely. My heart goes out to anybody that has to deal with that. And so kind of talk to us a little bit about how that loneliness does affect mental health, and what does that look like?
Yes. Well, it can, chronic loneliness, can lead to some serious mental health issues. Depression, as I mentioned, is one. It can also lead to substance misuse. It can lead to trouble sleeping, problems with poor quality of sleep, or not being able to go to sleep, or waking up multiple times in the night, and anxiety. We've seen an increase in anxiety in people who are dealing with chronic loneliness. So if you think about it, this is the month of love. People can be loved. People can have people that love them in their lives, but that doesn't mean they don't feel lonely. So we really want people to try and connect more, whether that be through FaceTime or through email, sending a personal, a card,
Mhm.
just in any way that you can connect. And Lindsay, it really is important at this, time in all of our lives that we know our neighbors,
Yeah.
that we go back to a time where we checked in on our neighbors. Maybe there's someone on your block that's, homebound and they get Meals on Wheels, which, what a wonderful program that is. So there are a lot of people that just need, a quick moment of your time, a check in. How are you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? Are you eating?
Yes.
Just, some
Yeah.
quick check-ins like that. And so, if you're watching and you're someone, that you know, is experiencing, some of these symptoms, please come talk to us tomorrow. We'll be there. Even if you don't want a mental health screening, we'll be there from 10 to 12. If you do decide you want a screening, it's a very short process. It's private, it's confidential. No one's there to hear your business. It will be kept private. And, it's just a short series of questions where we can, make an assessment based on that and find out what community resources there may be there to assist you in connection. And then if Valeo is a resource and something that would help, then of course we will, refer you to our services at Valeo.
That is so awesome. And I'm a huge, like I said, I'm a huge people person. I'm a huge advocate for, everything, obviously, what you guys do. And just having somebody to talk to, because I've experienced different things, and sometimes you feel like you're the only one, or what's wrong with me, why am I feeling like this? And once you start talking to people, and Valeo, you've been there for me, you've been there for my family, and it's been incredible, that it helps me calm down to say, hey, you know what, it's okay to talk
Mhm.
about these things. You need to talk about it, and you're not alone too.
Absolutely. Lindsay, that's the thing. I think that there is such a stigma out there
Mhm.
about mental health, and there shouldn't be. There should not be. Vallejo has a crisis center that's open 24 hours a day, every day of the year. It never closes. It's always there for people to walk in if they're having a mental health emergency. And we have a crisis line that is answered by a licensed clinician 24 hours a day, every day of the year. And so there are resources and there are people, that are willing to, hear you and listen and, figure out, a plan for you that might make you feel better, that make your quality of life better, and just make, some overall improvements in your mental health. And so, we're really hoping that maybe um, having locations in the community where we can provide these free screenings, that will, take away one of the barriers, which is, I'm sort of afraid, or I don't want to walk into a
Sure.
mental health center. I don't want to do that. I just, for some reason, people, do have that fear. And so we're trying
Mhm.
to remove that barrier and just say, come see us at a neutral place, come visit us, and we're always here to help.
I think that's so incredible, and that's what our community needs too. I just had a friend share their experience on Facebook this past week, that she has, she suffers from anxiety and different things, and going into the grocery store is one of those things that it's a challenge for her, and she ended up meeting someone, kind of crossing carts, so to speak, in and probably, I think she said, by the third time we both just kind of made a joke to each other, and then come to find out they were both dealing with the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, it just made me feel better. I was okay, because in the store, I felt like I was alone, but I wasn't. There were other people. And just like we talked about last month in visiting with you guys, that sometimes people just need that, assurance, that a
Mm-hmm.
smile, a simple hello walking past, that it's okay. And I just adore what Valeo does, and taking that stigma out of the world and out of the community. And it starts here too. And it's just incredible, obviously, what you guys do. And, you guys can see on the screen, the flyer that we're going to post in the comments as well of all of the details. And so don't be afraid. They are amazing, wonderful people. So if, like Amy said, you're struggling, please go in and visit with them, because they do amazing work. And like you said, Amy, you've got so many different programs as well with the crisis center, and all of your staff is trained and they're compassionate. They're wonderful.
I mean, because it's Valentine's, I'm going to say that the people at Valeo are heart people. I mean, they're there. They stay there. They have longevity there because their hearts are in it. Their hearts are there for the consumers. They're, it's the right people in the right job at the right place. And I can tell you that we started these free community mental health screenings last year in May during Mental Health Awareness Month, and we were at the public library. And, what a fantastic place to be, because they have such a cross section of our community that come to that beautiful library. And the screenings were very successful, and the feedback we received was so positive that we just wanted to expand it. And so we are scheduling at least one a month. And I'm hoping as it gets closer to the end of the year, we'll actually maybe have 2 a month, because during the holiday seasons, that does trigger for some people, deeper depression or more isolation or more loneliness, anxiety, and those things. So we'd like to have more opportunities. So I would like to say, if there's anyone listening that has a location that would be willing to host us, we would welcome you to contact me so that we can set that up. And we would really welcome having an opportunity to provide a presentation or a screening at your business.
That's fantastic. Yes. And what a great cause this is for too. And it's free. It's just an amazing place just to be able to come. And like Amy said, don't feel obligated or weird in any way. Just please go, because mental health is so important, and it is such a big part of our lives and our community, and it's what we need. We're all in this together too. So Amy, thank you so much for taking the afternoon to be on with us. I am excited for a successful screening tomorrow for everybody, and please share this with everybody that you know and friends, and invite them, and mark your calendars for the events to come as well.
Well, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it, and happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, absolutely. You guys enjoy, and we will talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.